Welcome to the SAD Vitreous Humor Lab. Notice that before we start any labs, we have observed the safety precautions. We have our hair up, our safety goggles on, gloves on to protect from chemicals, and of course, I went and changed out of my flip-flops into boots just for this. Here we go. We talked about in the pre-lab, or you read about in the pre-lab, how the egg whites of an egg has the same chemical structure as the vitreous humor part of your eye. So what we are doing is we are separating the egg white out from the egg yolk, because the egg yolk does not share those same chemical features. We have two bowls here because of course we're going to have a control and we're going to run our experiment. So we are now going to take hydrochloric acid, which is a common acid that you're going to find that you use in the labs, and we're going to very carefully draw some up here, and we are going to accidentally spill some onto our eye. And we're going to start the timer, which I have a tendency to forget. Notice the difference between them, that the initial egg white is very liquidy, very transparent, gloopy and viscous still though, but runny. After the hydrochloric acid has come in contact with the egg white, we see that the structure of the egg white has been altered. We find that we have more solid of a mass. You can no longer see through it. It's become opaque instead of transparent. So if you're on the inside of this eye looking out, you're not going to see very clearly anymore. Now this was an acid here that went in, and now we've got these little solid particles in here that are solid and chunky. So since it's an acid, our logic tells us, okay, if we have an acid, we can put a base in it and we can neutralize it. And it should go back the way it was, right? This is sodium hydroxide. It's a common base that you find in labs that you use. So we've added sodium hydroxide here at about 1:30 in. And you notice that the egg white is not going back. There are some chemical reactions that are simply irreversible. One of them is the situation where you deal with proteins. They have a special structure that when certain reactions occur to them, they become denatured, such as when you cook your egg, or as in a case like this where an acid would come in contact with this. Not wearing safety glasses when you're dealing with acids and bases can cause permanent detrimental effects to your vision and your lifestyle. So always wear your safety goggles in class and enjoy the chemistry lab.